join up with me, so joyous and free. Let's go to old Sherwood High. For I'm Robin Hood, and I'm very good at avoiding the sheriff's eye.
Yeah, welcome to the Pet Toon channel. Here's Ask Johnny. Johnny, this has been wired to us overnight, hot off the press. It's from Paris, in France, and he says, Johnny, have you heard the news? France's leader, Monsieur Macron, was slapped in the face by a bum in a dirty t-shirt today. What can be done, Johnny? Please advise. Signed, Paris from France, and we're bloody big in France. Let me tell you, I've said it before. What do you think about that, Johnny? What? Yeah, it's true. Here's the footage.
Slapped French President Emmanuel Macron in the face earlier today. Mr. Macron was visiting restaurant owners in the southeast part of France as COVID restrictions.
Roost! What is the world coming to? That can't go on. But let's look on the bright side. These days, we were told 12 months ago that shaking hands wasn't a viable form of greeting anymore. So perhaps a playful slap on the face, a little bit like this one.
Not that you
Can be brought into mainstream culture. After all, the French have that funny little kissing ritual they do.
and you go for the right cheek, and then if the lady allows, then the left cheek.
Perhaps that gentle slap on the face can be brought in to take over in a more manly fashion, a more manly greeting. Good on you, Johnny. I know of cultures throughout the world that the males actually greet each other with a good swift kick in the nuts. Yeah, it seems a basic fundamental to me. Pleased to meet you. Not deemed as aggressive at all. In fact, you'd be downright impolite if you didn't do it. What the hell is going on? Now, I've also noticed, Johnny, that slapping competitions are gaining popularity, particularly in the Russian area, where big blokes sit opposite a table one another and line each other up and give each other the biggest fucking slapping you'd ever seen. They're gambling on it. Now, the Olympics are coming up, and as I'm a lateral thinker, we've got, in the Olympics, we've got boxing, we've got judo, we've got wrestling. I think, and we also recently added skateboarding and those sort of street sports. I was thinking we should get this big heavyweight slapping thing into the Olympics. Now, I don't see anything wrong with going up to old Bonza, who you haven't seen for 3 years, and going up to him and say, Bonza, how are you going, mate? And have this happen. G'day, Bonza. How you going? Yeah, I think I might write to the IOC, that's the International Olympic Committee, and suggest this idea to them. I'm sure they'll look at it very positively. Good on you, Johnny. Sound advice again. Now, we've got another letter here, and this is from Habib in Hobart. And by Jesus, hello to all the millions of Pet Toon channel followers down in Hobart. Johnny, he says, Johnny, I have a friend in Afghanistan who interpreted for the Australian forces there. Australia is pulling out, and my friend is vulnerable now and is in fear of his life. As a major world figure and influencer, can you contact the Prime Minister and sort this thing out? Signed, Habib in Hobart. What do you reckon, Johnny? He says, we spoke about this in the last broadcast about Afghanistan. It seems to be a weakness of government And let's get on to governments. That they're as slow as a bloody wet week when they're moving on these things. I would have thought 12 months ago they would have put into action a plan to say, right, we've got all these helpers here, interpreters, and they're all going to get their bloody brains blown out if we don't take them to Australia and organise it back then. And it'll all be set to go, but no, we all get out there and what interpreters? Who? As I said in the last broadcast, if you're going to send Australian troops anywhere, and they get help from the locals, they've got to look after them when they just piss off early. So yeah, we're going now. Thanks for your help, and I hope everything's all right, especially if the country that you were supposed to fix up isn't fixed up at all after 16 years. What the hell is going on? Because next time we send our boys and girls overseas to fight in some foreign country.
Thousands of Afghan civilians who've aided the war effort over the years are fearing the worst. Many, including interpreters, are receiving death threats from the Taliban.
The locals are going to say, don't help those Aussie bastards. They'll just piss off and leave you here. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but that just leads me to another mention of government. Here in Australia, like everybody else around the world, we've been racked with COVID-19. Now, we had a very serious situation about 12 months ago where the old folks in the old folks' homes, they were dropping like flies. Everyone said, oh, Jesus, the poor old folks, we've got to get in there and do something. Well, of course, we've only had 12 months to do something, but I would have thought the government might have got together and said, right, the very first vaccines that roll off the ship or the plane or the helicopter, they're all going to the old folks. And I would have strolled into work one day, got a great big map of Australia, you know, you can get from National Geographic. They're bloody great maps there. You can get a lot of stuff from National Geographic and put it on the wall. And I would have got those little red pins, you know, you get the little red pins. And I would have gone over the whole map of Australia to every single nursing home, and put a little pin there. Wherever nursing, there'd be a lot of pins, I know. But then I would have organised local staff. When the vaccine arrives straight off the ship, all these vaccines have been sent out to these areas, and Heather and Mary, the local nurses, they're all set to go, and they run in as soon as we get the vaccines, vaccinate all the old folks, whether they like it or not, and get all the workers who have contact with them all vaccinated too. Apparently, that hasn't happened.
The race against time in Melbourne as health authorities scramble to prevent another aged care disaster.
A second aged care facility is in lockdown in Victoria after a staff member tested positive to coronavirus.
What the hell is going on? We're getting all sorts of people getting vaccinated, fair enough, but I would have thought they could even bring in the army to help with doing this first up. I mean, they had the army controlling people, saying you can't go out of this ring of steel, and if you do, we'll hunt you down and shoot you. Yeah, I would think so. But helping with the vaccination, oh no, well, no, we can't bring in the army for that, for Christ's sake. The old folks are just going to have to wait months and months till the vaccinations roll around to them. Now even old Wally the Wombat knows that old folks are the most vulnerable of this bloody thing, and they should have been all vaccinated within the first 2 weeks, the friggin' vaccine arriving. But what would I know? I'm just a successful influencer and pet tune channel mentor. I wouldn't know. I just let the government go along and bungle their way through it, even though they've had 12 months to work it out in the first place.
For I'm Robin Hood, and I'm very good at avoiding the sheriff's
Yeah, what has been going on? What are they doing? Anyway, that got me thinking. All this stuff, as usual, gets me thinking about things. And I was thinking about old Macron getting his face slapped. And although it's very serious, I couldn't help but have a bit of a chuckle. So I'm going to do a little pet tune cartoon revolving around that certain incident. But that's all from the Pet Tune channel today. It's been another bloody controversial show. Boy, we touched on the big issues here at the Pet Tune channel recently, and we'll continue to do so. But until next time, it's goodbye from me and everybody here at the Pet Tune channel.